Welcome to the Spy Collection. Here is Anastasios, and today we have another Chinese spy gadget that saw active use as an intelligence collection tool in the ongoing Russo-Ukrainian war. This. On April 25, 2025, Ukraine's security service, better known as SBU, issued a press release that we also included in our weekly Spy News newsletter from week 17, stating that on April 25th, Ukraine's SBU announced that they detained another FSB agent near Kyiv who corrected Russian missile and drone attacks on the capital region. The main targets that the enemy tried to spy on were the locations of military units of the armed forces of Ukraine and SBU units. In order to launch airstrikes, the attacker was supposed to install hidden Wi-Fi cameras with online broadcasts for Russian intelligence services opposite the buildings of defense facilities. After purchasing the first mini camera with FSB money, the enemy henchman arrived at one of the military facilities to set up an observation point near it. However, the attacker had no time to do this, as the SBU detained her red-handed near a defense building. At the scene of the incident, a video device and a phone with evidence of work in the Russian Federation were seized from the suspect. According to the investigation, the suspect is a 30-year-old, unemployed resident of Boryspil, whom the occupiers recruited remotely on a Telegram channel in search of quick earnings. During the investigation, an additional task of the agent was established, tracking the consequences of enemy arrivals in the Kyiv region. To do this, she periodically visited the locations that she received from the handler. So we have a case of a suspected agent of Russia's Federal Security Service, the FSB. As mentioned in past episodes, although FSB was designed explicitly to focus on domestic matters, due to historical reasons, all the former Soviet Socialist republics, including Ukraine, even to this day, fall under the area of responsibility of the FSB, primarily because Russia considers them so crucial to its national security that they cannot be treated as truly foreign states, but there is more to it. Regardless though, here is a photo of the detained FSB agent in Boryspil. And here are the items confiscated that were used in this spying activity. Notice the box of the camera on the top right and the camera on the bottom left. It's this one, the MD-31 body camera. Here we have its manual. Pause the video if you'd like to check it out. Each clip for when used as a bodycam. A USB cable, this mount, which is what the suspected FSB agent was using to mount it opposite of the target facility, and this is the camera itself. As you can also see, it's a very small gadget. This here is a PIR sensor, providing the option to only record when motion is detected. And all around its camera lens, we have infrared LEDs, allowing to record at night too. That's its memory card slot. And on the opposite side, we have the selector for the mode of operation. The primary downside of using this as an observation post surveillance device is that it requires physical access to collect its memory card. And since many might be interested, here is some footage from that camera during the day and the night. Nothing impressive, but for short distance surveillance of people and vehicles, it can be more than sufficient. However, based on SBU's press release, this was only one of the tasks that the suspected agent was performing for the FSB. The other ones mentioned were to install Wi-Fi cameras so that FSB can have real-time monitoring of Ukrainian military facilities, tracking and transmitting coordinates of Ukrainian military and intelligence facilities in the region, as well as assisting with BDA, battle damage assessments, where her handler was sending her airstrike sites and asking her to visit them to collect post-strike footage in order to help Russian military assess their effectiveness. However, based on SBU's announcement, the task that got her caught was trying to install this camera. For all of that communication, they were using Telegram, and SBU also released those screenshots from some of those communications between the agent and her handler, the first being about this specific bodycam. And the next look like more BDA tasking for good old boots on the ground close surveillance requests. What we keep on seeing in all the conflict zones around the globe, and of course in Ukraine too, is that despite all the drones, satellites, and other overhead collection platforms all nation-states, at the end of the day, need near real-time, on-the-ground surveillance capabilities. Whether that's a highly trained special recon team operating undercover, or an untrained, remotely recruited agent with an inexpensive Chinese camera like this, the importance of this intel gathering method remains crucial to spy agencies. And that's one more reason why we always say that nothing's as it seems.